Hey guys, HDvee here, and welcome back to a brand new video going over the Pokemon Sword and Shield DLC, the Isle of Armor and the Crown Tundra, both dropping this year. In today's video, we have a rumor to go over that suggests there's going to be 20 new Gigantamax forms, and then a bunch of new Giganta Max moves as well that's going to be paired with them. So it's quite an interesting topic to go over today. Of course, it is just a rumor, so take it with a grain of salt. No idea if it's true or false or not. But if you're excited for today's video, please do consider hitting that like button down below. Let's try and hit 500 likes. It really does go a long way in helping out. Make sure to leave a comment as well. What Gigantamax Pokemon would you love to see in the Isle of Armor or the Crown Tundra? And subscribe as well if you're brand new. It's completely free, and we do these daily Pokemon videos and streams for your viewing pleasure. With all of that out of the way though, let's get into the video, and I really hope that you enjoy. So, starting things off, this is the here rumor. So this was sent to me by one of you guys on Discord. And it was posted on Thursday, so a couple days ago, and it says Isle of Armor leak by Ask a Greninja. So he basically says, I got some intel regarding the expansion for Pokemon Sword and Shield, specifically the Isle of Armor expansion. Now this is most likely because the Isle of Armor is the DLC expansion that kind of focuses on Gigantamax forms. We already know about 6 of them, being the Galar starters, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Urshifu. So that's 6 that we already know about. And then obviously the Crown Tundra is going to be about the legendaries, so like the Galarian birds we know about Calyrex, stuff like that. So yeah, the Isle of Armor is going to be focusing mainly on Gigantamax forms. So apparently in the Isle of Armor we're going to be getting 20 new Gigantamax forms. As it goes on to say, we'll be getting 20 new Gigantamax forms. And it says so far we've only seen 6, those being the Galar starters, which all look really good by the way, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Urshifu. So I could definitely see us getting 20, just for the fact that the Galar starters, Venusaur, Blastoise. I don't think we're going to be able to battle Urshifu in Gigantamax raids. I think that's just going to be something that's given to us, and then that's that. Venusaur, Blastoise, and Galar starters, yeah, they'll probably get rotated around in raid battles, but I don't think any of the Gigantamaxes we already know about, such as like, I don't know, Colossal and Butterfree, I don't think they're going to rotate around in the DLC, because that's old content. I think we're just going to get brand new content in these games, all new stuff. So I could definitely see us getting 20 new Gigantamax forms, because obviously it's like a new wild area, the DLC. That's what the DLC are. They're just new wild areas, and you know, that wild area will have to be filled with raids, raid battles, Gigantamaxes, stuff like that. So having 20 to be able to rotate through, I think is a good number, and it's definitely going to make people want to buy the DLC if they know they're getting 20 extra Gigantamax forms. But yeah, it says the Galar starters, Venusaur, Blastoise, and Urshifu. Here are the ones I have info on. So these are apparently the Gigantamax Pokemon that are going to be popping up in the Isle of Armor. So Serena, obviously a grass type from Generation 7, would be a really cool Gigantamax Pokemon to have now. I do believe that is already available in Sword and Shield, so it wouldn't be a new Pokemon getting introduced into the games. We have Gyarados. Gyarados is a little bit of an iffy one because it already gets a Mega Evolution, so I don't know why they'd be giving so much love to Gyarados. But then again, Charizard got 2 Mega Evolutions and then also a Gigantamax form as well, and then quite a big role in the Sword and Shield game. So hey, what do I know? Torkoal, another Pokemon that we already know exists in Sword and Shield, which is getting a Gigantamax form. So this list is mainly consisting of Pokemon that are already available in Sword and Shield, which is interesting. You want to expect that some of the Pokemon that are coming through with the DLC, such as like, I don't know, Nidorino from the top of my head, or Chansey, you know, they're a couple of the new Pokemon that are coming in the DLC. You'd expect one of those to get like, or one of those Pokemon to get a Gigantamax form to, you know, just kind of celebrate the fact that they are now in the game. But yeah, to Serena, Gyarados, Torkoal, Conkeldurr, which is a Sword exclusive, which of course already in the game. Conkeldurr would get a really cool Gigantamax form in my opinion. We obviously already have Gigantamax Machamp. But yeah, Conkeldurr being a Sword exclusive. Of course, there are exclusives to Sword and Shield, such as the Rivals. Then we have Dusknoir, which is a Shield exclusive. Makes sense, quite a bulky Pokemon. Dusknoir would be a really cool Gigantamax form. I'd love to see that. Gigalith, which is Sword exclusive, which is interesting because Gigalith you'd think more as a defensive-like Pokemon. So interesting that that would be getting a Gigantamax form exclusive to Sword. And then Froslass is a Shield exclusive Gigantamax form. Of course, just because they're Sword and Shield exclusive doesn't mean that you're not going to be able to battle them. You can easily get invited to raids. So let's say I'm playing Pokemon Shield, and then let's say, oh, this is absolutely true, and my friend who's playing Sword has a Gigalith raid. I could just join that. It's not like I wouldn't be able to do it. It's just you can't find them in your own game. You can still get invited to them, though. Then we have Haxorus, which is in both games apparently getting a Gigantamax form. By that time, Haxorus got some love. A Pokemon that a lot of people do believe is a pseudo-legendary, or at least think it is, which it isn't, which is kind of weird, because Haxorus does look like a pseudo-legendary, but yeah, Haxorus is not a pseudo-legendary. Talking about pseudo-legendaries, though, Kommo-o is getting a Sword-exclusive Gigantamax form. Again, a little bit interesting, because Kommo-o, it's not, I mean, I guess it is quite a, it's a pseudo-legendary, so it's got stats going out of the wazoo, but I don't know, it just kind of gives me the more defensive feel. It's got like armor plates and stuff. But then Tyranitar is a Shield exclusive. Now, Tyranitar is a Gigantamax form that a lot of people were expecting to see when all the rumors and stuff were popping out, because they were speaking about like Godzilla and stuff, the press conference or something, so people thought that there was going to be a lot of Gigantamax Pokemon kind of referencing those, like Mothra and stuff like that, which Butterfree kind of did, but a lot of people thought it was going to be Volcarona. Haxorus was another Pokemon that got thrown around a lot, and then of course mainly Tyranitar being the Godzilla-like Pokemon, so a lot of people did believe that Tyranitar was going to get a Gigantamax form, so if this rumor is true, it is. And then Mimikyu is getting a Gigantamax form. Now this is not what it's going to look like, this is just fan art. Of course they're not going to have a picture of the actual thing if this is true, because I don't know how they'd get it. But yeah, this is just a Gigantamax Mimikyu. It's not what it's going to look like if this is true. Or maybe no, you never know. Like, this person could have got it spot on. But yeah, so we have Mimikyu, which is available in both games, and then Claydol, which is again available in both games. So I think all of those Pokemon on that list are Pokemon that we already know about in Sword and Shield, which is, you know, like I say, a little bit interesting, because you'd expect to see some of the Pokemon that are new to Sword and Shield to get a little bit more low and get a Gigantamax form. But then it says, also, 2 Pokemon in the Isle of Armor expansion are going to get Gigantamax forms. A Poison type that's exclusive to Sword, and a Psychic type that's exclusive to Shield. And they're going to be in the Ace Pokemon of Clara and Avery, respectively. So, of course, Clara and Avery being the rivals. I think Clara is Sword, and I think Avery is Shield. But yeah, they're the rivals. It makes sense that they would get a Gigantamax form. Obviously, one of them being a Poison type trainer, the other being a Psychic type trainer. Then it says Gigantamax Moves. So this is all the new moves, the G-Max moves that all these Pokemon will be getting. So G-Max Jungle, which sets Leech Seed on all opponents, which is Venusaur's, which is super broken, by the way. You're going to be getting a lot of health back from that. Then G-Max Tsunami, which removes Reflect, Light Screen, Entry Hazards, and Terrain effects. So that could be super, super useful. You spend up a lot of time at the battle getting the screens up and the Stealth Rocks and Spikes or whatever, and then Blastoise just comes in and just washes them all away. And then G-Max Typhoon, which traps enemies in a whirlpool, which is Gyarados. Doesn't sound too good. And then G-Max Landslide, which just sets Stealth Rocks, which is Tyranitar's. I think we already have... Pretty sure we already have one that goes over that. And then G-Max Firestorm, which burns the opponent's Held Berry, which is Torkoal's. G-Max Pulse removes evasion boosts and dark types immunity to Psychic, which is Claydol's. G-Max Void reduces PP of the last move used. Not very good. G-Max Snowfall resets all stat changes, which is Froslass's. G-Max Stonewall, which reduces damage taken from 5 turns, which is Gigaliths. And then G-Max Hammer, which removes Reflect, Light Screen, Entry. Okay, so the exact same as Tsunami then. Removes Reflect, Light Screen, Entry Hazards, and Terrain effects, which is Conkeldur's. And then G-Max Fury, which lowers the opponent's defense and special defense by 1 stage, which is Haxorus's. G-Max Regalia heals the HP of all allies, which is Serena's. G-Max Eldritch, which is all Pokemon in the field faint after 3 turns except the user, which is Mimikyu, which is that's kind of broken. G-Max Soul Blaze, boost ally Pokemon's attack and speed by 1 stage, which is Kommo-o's. And then we have G-Max Tempo, which prevents ally Pokemon from falling asleep, which is Rillaboom's. G-Max Fireball inflicts burns on all opponents, so that would be super, super broken, to be fair. And then G-Max Sure Shot boosts ally Pokemon's chance to land critical hits. So, yeah, I mean, like, I don't know, there's nothing really, like, from this rumor that's giving me any, like, bad vibes or anything. Of course, there's nothing that's making me believe it. But again, they haven't really put any information into it that's making me feel like, nah, that ain't true. Again, the only iffy bit is the fact that all of the Pokemon here are Pokemon that aren't that are already in Sword and Shield. You'd expect a Pokemon that is coming into the game. Let's just say, you know, like Nidorino, for example, would get a Gigantamax form, being Nidoking. But yeah, just taking a look at them all, I don't think this rumor has anything bad going for it. But again, there's nothing really that's pulling me and being like, yeah, this is true. So yeah, I'm interested about this poison and psychic type. They haven't given any names or anything. They've just, I mean, it's most likely they are going to have a poison and psychic type ace that is going to get a Gigantamax form. Whether that's going to be a new Pokemon or not, we don't know. But yeah, the G-Max moves sound legit, you know, all for it, to be fair. It sounds like a good rival. I mean, I'd be happy with this being true, you know, I mean, it's decent. But yeah, that's going to be everything for today's video. If you guys did enjoy it, be sure to drop a like. Let's try and hit 500. Make sure to leave a comment. What Gigantamax Pokemon would you love to see in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield's DLC? Or is it already on this list? And of course, subscribe as well if you're brand new. But that's everything from me. Thank you so much for watching. Have a fantastic rest of your day. Until next time, peace.